Hey there, fellow anglers and outdoor enthusiasts. Your favorite fishing expert is back, and today, friends, we're diving deep into the ultimate forecast for September 24th, 2025, across the glorious United States. If you've been waiting for that perfect day when the fish truly turn on, this might just be it. Late September brings a special kind of magic to our waters, a time when fish sense the changing seasons and kick into overdrive. Get ready, because I'm going to tell you exactly why this Wednesday could be one of the best fishing days of the fall and how you can capitalize on every single bite. We're talking about a genuine fall feeding frenzy, and you don't want to miss it. First up, let's talk about our freshwater champions, the largemouth and smallmouth bass. As the water temperatures begin their gentle decline, these powerful predators are moving from their deeper summer haunts into the warmer, shallower waters closer to shore. Look for them around dense vegetation, along the edges of drop-offs and near river mouths where baitfish schools are gathering. My secret for this time of year? Reaction-type baits. Think crankbaits that mimic fleeing baitfish. Start shallow, work your way out, and focus on those 5 to 8 foot depths for largemouth, with smallmouth often a little deeper. They're bulking up for winter, so they'll be aggressive. Now, for those who love the salt, let's head to the Gulf Coast and southeastern estuaries for redfish and speckled trout. This week, with a waxing crescent moon bringing above-average tidal currents, these fish will be buzzing with activity. They'll be aggressively feeding in the shallow flats, along lush grass beds, and in the channels, chasing the shrimp and baitfish pushed around by the moving water. A light to medium-light spinning rod is your best friend here. Try a popping cork with a live shrimp or a soft plastic shrimp, imitation for speckled trout. For redfish, a weedless spoon or a cut mullet on a Carolina rig near oyster bars can be absolutely deadly. Look for any surface activity or diving birds, that's where the action is. And we can't forget the mighty striped bass, especially in our coastal estuaries like the Chesapeake Bay. The slightly cooler water temperatures and active baitfish migrations mean the stripers are gorging themselves. Focus your efforts around drop-offs, points, and river mouths where baitfish schools congregate. A medium-heavy spinning or bait-casting setup with a 7 to 8 foot rod is ideal. Live lining spot or eels is a classic method, but don't shy away from casting swim baits or topwater plugs, especially at dawn and dusk. These fish are on the move and hungry. Finally, for our northern friends, walleye are becoming increasingly active. As they sense the approach of winter, they're actively preying on baitfish in the shallows. Target areas with significant structure and shoreline weed beds where baitfish gather. Jigs tipped with minnow baits or soft plastics can be incredibly effective right now. Walleye are trying to feed more during the day to build up reserves, making them easier to target. Now let's break down the conditions for this spectacular day, September 24th, 2025. Weather-wise, we're looking at a generally warm and mostly dry day across much of the United States. Air temperatures are expected to be pleasant, reaching up to 91 degrees Fahrenheit in some southern areas, cooling to around 79 degrees Fahrenheit overnight. While September can often bring heavy rainfall, this specific Wednesday is forecast to be largely free of significant precipitation. We'll likely have a gentle southwest wind with a moderate strength up to 5 on the bow, which should provide comfortable conditions without making boat control too difficult. Atmospheric pressure is expected to be relatively stable, which is usually a good sign for consistent fish activity. Water temperature trends across the USA are slowly but surely beginning their seasonal decline. In coastal areas, you'll find surface temperatures still comfortable, ranging from the mid-60s to mid-80s degrees Fahrenheit, depending on your exact location. This slight cooling is a massive trigger for fish. They're sensing the change, friends, and starting to feed much more aggressively to build up reserves for winter. This means fish will be more active, exerting more energy, and consistently feeding throughout the day. As for moon phase magic, on September 24th, 2025, we'll be under a waxing crescent moon. The moon will be illuminated around 8 to 11%, just 2 to 3 days after the new moon. Many anglers believe that the period right after a new moon, as the crescent begins to wax, brings stronger tidal currents, and indeed we are expecting above-average tidal currents through Friday. Stronger currents can often stimulate feeding activity, making fish more active as they ambush bait concentrated by the flow. This could be a significant advantage for us. Overall, friends, the fish are in a fantastic state of activity. Late September is widely considered a sweet spot for anglers across the United States. As summer fades, fish sense the seasonal shift and feed much more aggressively. Many species are actively migrating and focusing on baitfish, leading to what many call a fall feeding frenzy. Expect active largemouth bass, aggressively feeding redfish and speckled trout, and striped bass on the move. Some freshwater species like walleye and pike will also be very active. So, what's my clear assessment of the bite for September 24th? Based on these incredible conditions, I'm calling it an excellent bite. The combination of cooling water temperatures, active baitfish migrations, and the stimulating effect of the waxing crescent moon with above-average tidal currents points towards a day of consistent and aggressive feeding across a wide range of species. It's a prime time to be on the water. Well, my friends, that's my detailed forecast for September 24th, 2025. I truly hope this helps you plan your next adventure. From the bottom of my fishing heart, I wish you all nipped tails, no scales. May your lines be tight and your coolers be full. Now, before you rush off to cast your lines, do me a huge favor. If you found this forecast helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future predictions. And tell me in the comments below, what are your favorite fall fishing species? What's your go-to bait for this time of year? I love hearing your stories and tips. Tight lines, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.